Hey, Nick Peterson here. And real quick, I want to break down the most important metric that everybody's missing. And it's also why I just don't work with most people. Where's my watch? Hold on. All right. I felt naked without my watch. I just got back from the gym. I'll tell you why I don't work with most people. And it's because they don't know what they want. And what I'm passionate about, what I like doing, is getting people closer to the things that actually matter to them. Right? Very, very different than what people think it is. So I'll give you an example. Everybody thinks more is going to solve their problems. And this is something that Dan Nicholson has been talking about a lot. Everybody thinks that more stuff is going to solve their problems. So we say, okay, I want to buy, it's really important to me that we can have a beach house for whatever reason. No judgment here. And we just think more revenue, more sales, more work. We always think more is going to solve the problem. And there's a metric that's way more important than more, and that is closer, distance. How far are we from the things that actually matter? And nobody's focused on that for a few reasons. One, nobody takes the time to get their current position. Two, nobody knows what actually matters to them. That's a problem. And so they just accumulate more stuff. But what really matters is distance from the things that matter. I'll give you an abstract example. For example, if you said, I need to make more money, and I said, why? You said, I got to feed 1,000 families. So I have to do all this stuff to feed 1,000 families. And we said, hey, look, doesn't your friend have like a food processing company or something, right? Could you work out a deal where maybe we get really creative and they feed 1,000 families? Getting closer to the goal, right? We're always using the things around us to get closer to the goal. Here's where it gets tricky. What if strategically you end up getting 1,000 meals for families without having to make a whole bunch of money? And then the company that provides the meal says, here's the caveat for us to get like tax credit or benefits or something. You can't take credit for it, right? Because it looks sketchy. If that triggers a reaction, well, then you don't actually want to feed 1,000 families. You want credit for feeding 1,000 families. Those are different things, right? And so most people think more is a solution when it's not. That's just a metric to like run in circles and accomplish nothing. Because they don't know where they're at. They don't know where they want to go. They can't measure distance, which is the only thing that really matters. And even when they say out loud what they want, it's not what they actually want, which again is why I just refuse to work with most people. So it's kind of a gut check, and I hope that's useful. Hope you start thinking in terms of distance. Will these moves get me closer to the things that matter? And if you're not sure, get clear on things that matter. It's really important, right? And then gut check yourself. Are those actually the things that matter? It's not about more. It's not about bigger. It's about closer to the things that matter, right? There's so many different currencies outside of money. There's relationships, there's strategy, there's time, there's effort. There's so many ways to use the resources around you to get closer to what you want. And we just think more is going to solve all our problems. And it's not. Stop paying attention to quantity and start looking at distance. These are the things that really, really matter to me. This is where I'm at. Every move should close that gap. Sometimes we want more time with our kids and we go to more money. I'll make more money so I can retire. And we end up spending less time with our kids. More created a greater distance, right? Think about that. I got to go. Peace out.